Thanks very much for staying with us here on Midday Live. My name is Anako Jafre with the latest sports update, and now the details. Ghana football officials are hopeful the 2016 Ghana Premier League will run smoothly despite its prolonged delay and the difficulty with sponsorship. At the official launch of the league in Accra early on Wednesday, Ghana Football Association Vice President George Free and Professional League Board Chairman Ashford Tetteh-Oku said all was set for a good take-off.
Even as the league was being launched at the Ghana Football Association offices, there were still doubts whether one of the many parties caught in the complicated web of legal cases that has held it up will not halt the start with an injunction. The Ghana Football Association insists no and is instead focused on preparing for kickoff on Saturday while ensuring that other key aspects of the competition are taken care of.
The cases came before the judicial bodies of the FA. The Ethics Committee ruled that Techiman City be demoted to a lower division, Division 2. Techiman City, as I speak to you now, they've appealed against that decision and they've put a stay of execution, which means that the status quo ante remains. Anybody who goes to court is his right. We hope that nobody goes to court, and anybody who is dissatisfied will use the internal mechanism available to him, and so it's with the legal committee. They are working on it.
Ashford Tetteh-Oku will have direct responsibility for the organization of the league as the new Professional League Board Chairman. He takes over after Welbeck Abrapia stepped down following his 10-year stay in the job and is promising an improved competition.
We want to work straightly within that confines. We have a new PLB in terms of structure, by way of a direct representation from clubs. Only two of us being direct appointees from the FA. Obviously, it is not a committee, it is a board. And within the meaning of the statutes, we will have to come together, sit, and then see what have been done and what have been left undone. Those are the things that we want to look at and then see how best to bring innovations to improve upon them. I can tell you that it's going to be a very wonderful and excellent season.
We continue our build-up to the Ghana Premier League with a trip to Sokakupe, where Wafa have made survival in the top flight their main aim ahead of the start of the new season. The senior side of West African Football Academy say their main aim is to ensure they will be around in the league for many years to come.
They have always been the wonder kids of Ghana football, young, fresh and thrilling to watch. Last season, Wafa played some of the best football in the Ghana Premier League and still struggled towards the end, especially in the second half of the season. This season, they are hoping to impress again, but with modest targets in mind. Dutchman John Killer is their coach.
If you play for the first time in the Premier League with very young players, I think the first half of the league was fantastic. We finished as second, and in the second half of the league as number 10. But still, the main purpose was to stay in the league. And for our players in the second half was maybe a little bit more difficult, especially the away matches. But no, I think that we were very happy. And you also see that one of our players was selected for the team of the year, Majid. So the way we played was I think quite impressive. So I think that we did a great job also for our academy, to promote our academy on the highest level.
Killer will hope his team have gathered considerable experience for the campaign. If they had a major failing last term, is that too many times they just didn't have what it takes to deal with the strain of playing in the Ghana Premier League. That is why the signing of experienced Philemon McCarthy, who has been brought in as a replacement for Felix Annan, could prove a masterstroke.
Philemon is bringing a lot of experience. Jackson is also an experienced goalkeeper, and then we have a young goalkeeper who did very well. If I remind you about the game against Ashgold, he was man of the match, but he's still young. I think it's also our academy to bring those young players. If they are good, then they play. So Philemon, he knows his position, and if we need him, then he's playing, and if not, then the young one is playing.
To England now, and Manchester United and England captain Wayne Rooney is facing about 6 weeks on the sidelines with a knee injury. Rooney picked up the injury in last weekend's loss to Sunderland and could now miss United's 8 matches. The 30-year-old forward was not included in the squad for Thursday's Europa League match at FC Midtjylland. Rooney completed Saturday's match at the Stadium of Light despite injury, but Van Gaal refused to be critical of the player. United are 5th in the Premier League, 6 points behind 4th place Manchester City.